Hello there, Razzle48 here. Welcome to the post Raging Tempest Zefra deck profile. I do one of these after every pack comes out, and sure enough, every effing time a pack comes out, the build changes drastically. So this is the one for post Raging Tempest. I'm doing this even though I'm well aware that I'm undoubtedly going to have to do one in a few days because of the stupid ban list that I'm sure is coming. But I took this to locals yesterday and I topped. And amidst all of the Zoodiacs and lawn mowing and crap, I topped with Zefras. But I am warning you right now, there is definitely Zoodiacs in here. So if you came here to see like pure Zefras, like it's not here. Honestly, it's never been like pure Zefras. Like the resonators have always been here and whatnot, but we are running the Zoodiac engine now. So I'm just giving you fair warning as to that bull crap. Because I don't like it, but it's a necessity. It won't be a necessity come post Maximum Crisis, because by then Zefras will be good enough on their own, and I won't have to run the Zoodiacs. But until then, let's just jump right in. Triple secret. This is the thing that you do with the things and the stuff. Like secret. I just woke up. It is 6 a.m. Secret is a 3 of in literally every Zefra deck. It searches counter traps, it searches Oracle, it's a level 6, it's got some defense, it's an amazing card. Triple treasure, this makes things tuners, it lets you play synchros. Synchros are fun, we all like those. 2 Plica and 2 Windy. These are level 3s to make tuners with treasure. You can go into Stardust Charge, you can go into Metaphys Horse. You know this whole song and dance. If you've been a follower of mine on this channel for a while, you know exactly how this darn build works. I find myself using Plica's effect a lot more often than I used to because I make XCs more than I used to. So that's pretty darn cool. I'm running 1 of each of the Teller Knights. I used to run 2, but 2 of each. But the thing is that I no longer run the Deneb search engine, and no longer running the Deneb search engine, I have no real reason to run 3 of each. I mean, they're good removal, but like these are not the scales I want. The scales I want are like the other scales, like these. These are honestly like the scales in the deck, or at least the Zefra scales that I actually run, that I want the least often. Like these Shadal things are never run anymore ever. I don't know why they're on the center of this map, but that's just how it is. But I do run 1 of each of these. They're good removal. They help me make Nirvana. Here's the spicy tech. I'm running 1 King Bear and 1 Dragoons of Draconia. These are what I put in taking out 1 of each of the Teller Knights. These are both searchable by Zoodiac Bullhorn, and I generally do the Zoodiac combo before I do my Pendulum Summoning, or before I do any of my Zefra combos. So being able to get that either scale that I need off of Bullhorn is a really good thing. Like, when I was testing, when I searched Viper, or when I searched Shiba Warrior Tauru, I never really utilized them. It's like it was to the point where it's like, I'd rather just give Drancia another shot on him, and not, like, risk bricking into the Viper. But then I discovered these, and I instantly put these in, because now it's like, on top of the darn Zoodiac combo, I also get a search for either scale I need. And it's great. These are the perfect scales to have in a Zefra deck, too. It's not like in Metal Foes where they can't Pendulum Summon Volflame because King Bear has a 7. No, these scales are effing perfect. You can't Pendulum Summon them, but if you're searching those, then chances are it's your turn 1 and you haven't set scales anyway. I am running triple Red Resonator. A lot of the plays in this deck now, like looking at it, like almost all of the turn 1 combos require Red Resonator. And so I did up his number to 3. I'm not running Synchron Resonator anymore because I had to take a lot of the things that I make with Synchron Resonator out to make room for the Zoodiac stuff. But Red Resonator is still just as good as always. I can normal him, use his effect to special a rat that's in my hand. I can normal him, special a treasure, and go into Ding Long. I can special a Tellarknight and go into Metaphys, which happens a lot less now that I only run one of each of them. And honestly, that play is inferior to going into Ding Long in almost every way, because I want to make Metaphys with Ding Long plus Plicka or Windy or Treasure plus Plicka or Windy. So that's the thing. But Resonator, amazing card to open with. Like, I want one in every opening hand. Here's the stupid effing gosh darn rats. I hate these things. I hate running these things, but it's a necessity, unfortunately. These help me go turbo. These help everybody go turbo. Everybody's running the stupid things. And because I'm running the stupid things, I'm running this spice. I'm running one Performage Hat Tricker and one Glow Up Bulb. If you notice, the Zoodiac rats are all Earth. And this deck can make rank 6s, so it can make Beatrice easily. So it can send this from the deck to the graveyard, and in making Beatrice, a lot of times you make Stardust Charge, which, if you have Oracle on the field, lets you search any monster in the game. So, the thing is that, I would freaking, normal Resonator, special treasure, sink into Ding Long, effect to search either scale I need, play the scales, pendulum some of the treasure back, use Ding Long's effect to pitch a treasure from deck, sink into Stardust Charge, search for the hat, use Ding Long's effect to special a treasure from the deck, special the hat, stack the secret, or special a secret from the deck, my bad, stack the secret with the Stardust Charge into Beatrice, pitch the Glow Up Bulb after I specialed the hat, and go into Nat Beast. Nat Beast is quite easy to make in a deck where I can make Beatrice and where I can search the silly hat. And so I have these cards in here just because Nat Beast is really spicy. I'm running 2 Max C. For those of you who don't know me, I despise this card. Like, I wish this card was hecka banned, but just like the Zoodiacs, right now this stupid thing is a necessity, so I'm running it too. I really hope it gets banned. Like, I'd rather this get banned than literally anything else. It's stupid. It's an instant win. But I am running it at 2 because it's stupid and it's an instant win. So that's it for the monsters. Going on to the spells, I'm running the triple barrage. My wallet is dead, but yeah, I run Zoodiacs. Do you run Zoodiacs? Everyone runs Zoodiacs. I'm crying. I'm running triple Oracle and the 2 terraforming because this card's just as important as ever. Search out any Zefra you want. Its effects like lets you search monsters, it lets you plus it. This card is important. It's this crap. I'm running 2 desires. I did not take this out like I did in my guide to building Zodiac Zefras because I run 6 cards that if I draw them, that's all of the Zodiac combo right there. I run triple rat and I run triple barrage. And after I do the Zodiac combo, I am free to desires. And that gives me an instant +1. And if I don't open the Zodiac combo, then and I open desires, which doesn't happen often, that like barely ever happens, then oh well, big deal. I mean, if I get the rat and I banished, like, worst case scenario, I banished 2 rats, then I still get to stack for Bullhorn, get a search for a scale, and I get to stack a Drancy on top of that, and get his sick removal effect. So I see no reason not to run Desires, because the plus is still as good as it's always been, and Zefra's, in particular still care just as little if their stuff gets banished, as long as you don't banish, like, everything of something. I don't care if either of the Tellarknights get banished. I'm running the 2 Resonator call because Red Resonator is important, and that's also deck thinner. And that's it for the spells. Let's go over to the traps. I'm running the 1/9 Pillars. This is the only searchable counter trap I am running. The other ones are hand clogs galore in a format where I absolutely need to go turbo. But having one searchable counter trap like this is really good for the deck, and it like lets me get that turn 1 search for this if I Pendulum Summon Secret. And then I get the counter trap face down, and then I don't have to worry about breaking into any more of them, so that's good. And for the last cards in the deck, I'm running Triple D Barrier, because right now this card is amazing. This card is all like, end your opponent's turn. It's that good. Like, it's amazing. So that's it for the main deck. You'll notice quite a few things changed. Let's go on to the extra deck where you're really going to see some things changed. Now, I did mention that I run Beatrice in order to dump the Glow Up Bulb and make Nat Beast, and I am actually running the Purple Dante because this card has saved me on so many occasions where it's like they see I'm playing Zoodiacs, they see like I make Beatrice, they assume since it's not Burning Abyss that they can just wipe the field. I'm like, nope, I got this thing. Like, you may think that this is just spice or just some tech choice, but you make Beatrice a lot in this deck. And this card has saved my life on more than one instance. This is an amazing card to have in here. And I know I used to use that phrase loosely, but now not so much. I'm running the One Ding Long because this card is, like, essential to do, like, any of the good combos. I'm running the Nat Beast because the Glow Up Bulb is in here, because the hat is in here. If you're side decking a Ghost Reaper, then you can side out the Nat Beast and the 2 cards in main deck to make it. That's definitely something you could do. Side in whatever you need to Ghost Reaper. But Nat Beast is an amazing card to be able to make turn 1. And generally, if you don't make it turn 1, then you probably shouldn't plan on making it, but it's still a good thing to have there. Stardust Charge, and Zefra's this card is amazing. Search any monster in the game. Metaphys Horse exists. I've been running this card since day 1. I will never take this card out. This card to me is the face of Zefra's, the face of what they can do. I'm running Baxia, and before I talk about Baxia, you'll notice I always do like these extra deck explanations in level order. I'm not running any level 7 synchros anymore. They're not easy to make. They're used with Treasure plus Tellarknights mainly, or Ding Long plus a Tellarknight, I guess. But not only did I cut the number of the Tellarknights down, the level 7 synchro options are vastly inferior to like the other options in the deck, and I don't really need them all that often. Even though the times I do need them, I'm like, oh god, like, could I please have one, please? And that's why I've run like Yazi forever and ever. But there's just like better options that I could have in my extra deck. Like, I consistently use every card that's in my extra deck now, as opposed to like the level 7 synchro, which I was just using just in case I need to make it. But now everything's optimalized. Anyway, Baxia is an amazing card. Resonator plus Metaphys Horse, Resonator plus Secret of the Yangzing, Origin plus Treasure. It's it spins things to deck. It lets you resurrect your Resonators, which by the way lets you gain life points, which is really silly. You could also, if your rat play got stopped, you can use this to resurrect a rat. It's just an all-around good card for continuing combos. If you can make it, then a lot of times you will, unless it's like your turn 1. Chow Fang is an amazing card because I can make this with Origin plus Treasure or Secret. As you all know, doing this play will lock out both light and earth effects from activating from the opponent. This means the opponent cannot activate Maxi. This means the opponent cannot activate Trident. This means the opponent cannot activate ABC Buster Dragon. This means the opponent cannot activate Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. This means the opponent cannot activate Effect Veiler. This means that the opponent cannot activate Ghost. Are you getting the points? Like, this card is way too good. Like, the entirety of Zoodiacs become 100% useless when you drop this card until they get rid of it. And if it dies, you get to search your Resonator. That's some weird synergy. I'm running the One Nirvana. I make this card a lot less than I used to. With the lack of level 7 synchros and only one of each of the Tellarknights, this card does not come out often, and the reason for that is not only because the numbers got cut down, it's because a lot of the times I'm using my level 6 synchros to make Beatrice, to make Nat Beast, or to make M7. And not as often do I go into this anymore. Like, of the cards in my graveyard that I really want to recycle, it would probably be Max C or D Barrier. And, like, other than that, there's nothing really broken that I can bring back with Nirvana. But the option being there is a lot more convenient, and I run into it a lot more often than the times that I need a level 7 synchro. And that's why Nirvana's still in there, because he's still like an amazingly good card. He can half the opponent's life points. He can bring back any resource I need, and it's very, very versatile. I am running all this garbage. I am also running this Emerald because all of this garbage, like, puts 3 things in your graveyard and gives you the ability to make Emerald and get a plus. I'm not running the Bearman combo, and let me explain why. Because for one, that doesn't work if I have to normal rat. And for 2, if I, let's say theoretically I get the Barrage. If I get the Barrage, then that means I have to search for Bearman with Bull instead of using Bull to search a scale. So that's an inherent minus right there. And for 2, Emerald will already give me a plus. So if I don't do the Bearman play, if I make Emerald, then I'm getting a plus for the Broad Bull, and I'm getting a plus for the Emerald. If I'm making the Bearman play, then the plus from Broad Bull doesn't count because I'm using the Bearman in order to make the XYZ. And then I get 3 pluses, and that's just 1 more than if I make this much easier combo with Emerald, which doesn't involve having Bearman in the deck, which is quite possibly the most brickiest card that I could run in here. And this version does not require my normal summon. It's just better all around, and I go +2 instead of +3. I mean, sometimes the Bearman can save you, but like controlling that you get a scale search for whichever number you need with Bull is just really good instead of just 3 random pluses. Like, I just feel like this version's just all around a much better thing to have in your deck. I'm running Beatrice because I can make Beatrice easily. Pitch Glow Up Bull, make Nat Beast. If you've been keeping up with the Zefra videos on my channel, then you have a vague idea of exactly how Nat Beast is going to be made in this deck. And it's not that difficult. And I, of course, am running M7 because I think it's like the best rank 6 in the game. You can recycle any monster in the grave to your hand. That means you can bring back Drident. That means you can get back a Rat. That means you can get back Maxi. And also, it has dual function in order to bounce things on the field to hand too. It's just like an amazing card. It can function in just so many different ways. And so that's the extra deck. So let's go on to the side deck. Let's wrap this up. You'll notice I'm not as enthused right now as I used to be, because like I said, I just woke up. But I assure you, the hype is here, and I do love this deck just as much as always. I hope you all do too. I hope you give me your feedback in the comments just as always. But anyway, we're starting off with the Triple Reaper. People don't like this card. People have taken out this card, I've noticed, for like their own personal tech choices against like whatever decks are currently good in the meta. This is all well and good, but Reaper is just way too good for me. Like, especially now that I'm like main decking these effing Zoodiacs. Like, please, Ghost Reaper way too good. But I am citing targets for it, of course. I'm citing the Mithrilium, the Buster Dragon, the Toad, and the Dante. And I would bet money that these targets are going to change come the ban list. But for now, those are the targets that I'm citing. And of course, I can just cite in Reaper by itself to hit the Zoodiacs from decks that use those. Namely Drancia. But I'm also running 2 copies of Flying Sea. I did want to run 3 copies, but not only is there not room in the side deck, generally you want to adjust the cards that you side in, like depending on whether you're going first or second. If you choose, then you get to choose, and if your opponent chooses, then you are almost always going to be going second. And I wanted there to be a good balance of cards in the extra deck, or in the side deck for going first and going second. And I find that I just never, even against Zodiac Burning Abyss, which does nothing but XYZ, I still would not side more than 2 Flying Seas, because I would probably side Ghost Reaper as well. I would probably also keep the Max Seas in my deck. I would probably side out the D barriers and probably the Nat Beast stuff, which would give me about 4 spots. I'd probably go 2 and 2. So I would very rarely ever side more than 2 Flying Seas, like ever, and that's why the number's at 2. 2 Retaliating Seas for metal foes, this card is more or less the same reason. If I'm fighting metal foes, I'm probably gonna go 2 and 2, side out the 3 DE barriers and the Nat Beast stuff. I might go 3 and 2, honestly, because Mithrilium is really, really important to them. I'm running the 2 system downs for ABCs because ABCs still exist. They're still a pain. Zoodiac ABCs are an effing pain. But I got sides out the anus for those. And I got 2 power filter. This card is like amazing. Like, let's see. I understand that this hurts you too, but if you're siding this card, that means that you're going first. And if you're going first, that means that you can do your long as heck combo, your Zoodiac combo, and then you can activate this, and you'll have used all your Zoodiacs, and the opponent won't be able to use theirs. This is probably, honestly, the best card in the whole side deck, like, just in general, because like they're only out to this is Twin Twisters. If I Flying See them, then they can barrage it. If I Flying See them, then they can Dark Hole. If I Flying See them, then they can suicide the Flying See into something. And like Ghost Reaper doesn't isn't nearly as efficient as this because they could always just use their other extra deck options. But Power Filter, even though it hurts me as well, is an amazing card, and I'll be going first so I can do all my plays first. So that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it did top locals this weekend. I was unable to go to ICS Seattle because hotel fees are expensive, and I used all my money on this stupid Zodiac bullcrap. So alas, I could not go to the YCS. But that's okay. You can't do everything in life, and even though I'm sure that I'm going to have another deck profile soon, following the inevitable ban list, I did want to get this profile out to you all now, just for the immediate post-Raging Tempest build, and I hope you all enjoyed it. So for now, this is Razzle48 saying goodbye, and I'll see you next time.